Question number 4 I got. Hey, Dr. Islam, why do I have to endlessly wipe after a bowel movement? All right, who is brave enough in the comments to let me know if this is a problem that you have had or if it's a problem that you know somebody else has had? I'm really curious who's going to be brave enough to really fess up to that. So this is an age-old question. I hear this a lot, and people are always wondering, hey, I have to keep on wiping. What the heck is going on? Well, there are 5 main reasons why that may be the case. Number 1 is that you could have a small little tear, or what's called a fissure. A fissure is a tear in the rectum that can come from constipation, straining very hard, maybe pushing very hard, and that can cause irritation of your rectum. It can cause that sensation of needing to constantly wipe yourself and clean yourself. Number 2 is that you can have a skin tag. Yes, you can get skin tags in your bottom. Those skin tags typically are a consequence of hemorrhoids, and that can also be a consequence of fissures as well. And that can cause irritation of your bottom and cause you to constantly need to wipe yourself as well. Number 3 is that the muscles in the rectum may not be working correctly. You may have a very loose rectum muscle causing leakage, and that can cause the sensation of having to constantly wipe and clean yourself. We do have testing to see if that's the case. Number 4, hemorrhoids. Yes, hemorrhoids can be a very common reason why you constantly need to wipe yourself and why you don't feel clean as well. And then lastly, you could have an infection in your bottom, and that infection in your bottom can cause issues, can cause itching, and can cause the need to constantly need to wipe yourself. All right, now that we talked about this, what can you do to fix this? So my number 1 tip for you, to be frank with you, is to get a bidet. A bidet is fantastic. It works. It is a great option. I actually have a recommendation on my website. If you go to my website, levickgastro.com, under Dr. Islam's recommendations, I love a bidet. It is fantastic. I'm telling you, if you become a bidet convert, you will love me for this. It actually does work. Tip number 2 is that you need to make sure you wipe correctly. Wipe front to back. A lot of people do it the other way, and that can cause a lot of irritation to occur, and that can cause you to be less hygienic and cause bacteria to go in the wrong area. And then lastly, don't go crazy on your wiping. Sometimes wiping too much, you don't need to do that. A lot of people do this and they don't realize that that can cause irritation, it can cause bleeding, it can cause gut issues and make things worse as well. But my number 1 tip by far is to get a bidet. This works. This is a very effective option to allow you to use your restroom easier and also not to feel like you have to completely wipe.